It's the new Amazon Basic Shredder. It'll shred up to 15 sheets at once. And what's interesting about this thing, there's a couple things. Number one, it's a little quieter. Number two, it'll do 15 sheets at once. Number three, it has a 20-minute on, 20-minute off cycle. So a lot of other shredders require like longer periods of time. If you got some big shredding jobs to do, it's going to be a pain to get through them all because you gotta wait for the machine to cool down. And the other thing it does is this is rated at P4. Did you know there's 7 levels of shredding? From P1, which is the least amount of shredding, all the way to P7, which the NSA uses to pretty much turn papers into dust. This is P4, it's on the higher end of the spectrum. Most consumer grade shredders are the P3 variety or less. So this is P3, this is our old shredding. It's kind of hard to see, but the P4 is actually half that and a little thinner too. So if somebody wanted to try to piece together some of your personal information, it will be obviously twice the amount of time, a lot more difficult to do it with this. Imagine doing a puzzle with 1,000,000 tiny little pieces versus 500,000 bigger pieces. It's a lot easier to do the bigger pieces, so this is gonna make it a lot smaller. So let's give it a test drive. It's pretty big. What's really neat about this thing is this pulls out. Now you don't have to lift the whole thing. All your shredding is right here and it's handy to dump. You don't have to, in the old days you had to lift the whole shredder up and the machinery could be kind of heavy. It's kind of inconvenient. It's got a pretty long cord. It is a 2-prong cord, so you don't have to worry about it being grounded. It is grounded through the cord. Got some on-off switches up here and it tells you if there's a jam or if it's full. It's going to tell you all those stuff right here in the sensor. So I'm going to run a couple of sheets through it just to hear what it sounds like. It's pretty quiet, a lot quieter than our old machine. And it will also do CDs and credit cards go in here. And here's the test. I counted out 15 sheets of varying thickness. Let's see what she does. There's some staples on there too. 15 sheets, no hesitation whatsoever. This is going to make your shredding a lot faster, a lot more efficient. You're going to get more done. You won't have to wait for it. And hey, with 15 sheets at a time, you may never get to that 20-minute point when you do it all the time. So we shred, wait, shred, wait. So we got to the point we didn't want to shred anymore. So remember, this will do up to 15 sheets, does CDs, does credit cards. It does plastic. It will do staples. All in all, I think it's worth the investment. And your shredder is going to be a lot more convenient and also a little safer too.